So red, orange, and yellow guy. So sorry, gentlemen, but that means I'm the hottest thing inside the frame right now. That's kind of how that one works. So if you were a bridal party, you would all be on the ground like laughing your asses off, just so you know. But anyway, I make that joke on purpose because we're looking for those cold spots, just like Selena said. So those cold spots are going to be blue and black. Now I want them to either move or take shape. When I say take shape, I want a head, shoulders, moving arms and legs. That's what I'm looking for. There's also a blue dot that bounces around your screen. You won't be able to see it, obviously, on the smaller screen. Bill will see it here in just a moment. But it is there to show you the coldest spot in the frame at that particular moment. So it is 81 degrees out here for us ambient. I'm looking for 15 plus degrees that's colder than that to kind of verify that we have an anomaly going on. We'll be using a tool later on that will actually prove or debunk in real time if those cold spots are a legitimate cold spot or if it's coming from something man-made. So again, I like to do a lot of in the framework.
I wish we had this. We did a ghost tour here a couple years back, and he and I were at the back of the pack, and we felt the cold air just come in between us, blast between us. And he and I looked at each other, and the reason we were in the back was because we were like, oh, we'll be safe back here.
This garden was lined up with 5 Church Restaurant and came all the way across, and we are standing in the servant and slave quarters for the home. That's where we are, just so you have that idea. Now, it was a creepy age gap then, it's a creepy age gap now. All folks, by the way, with spirit boxes and communication devices, I am not going to be Jamie. Eliza was the second wife named Eliza from Charles Baxter. Both Elizas, by the way, have a maiden name that starts with the letter L. So before she married Charles and became Eliza Pinckney, she was Eliza L. something. Both wives were that way. Try to figure out which Eliza we're dealing with by asking about the name.
No, not really.
Okay. What will normally happen if we start poking questions around her children the wrong way? All activity will stop, including those EMF readings. It's almost like we ticked her off and she goes away. It's basically how this works. So we're going to basically do like 1 or 2 round robins around here, so you guys are going to kind of spread out a little bit. And then I kind of see what's going on with each person's device, taking notes. I'll do 1 or 2 round robins based on what you guys are hearing out of your devices, making
Eliza, tell me the date the mansion was built. Are you getting anything?
Dark spot.
You see the cake out? Eliza, when was the mansion built? My puppy's here listening to you, Eliza.
after that. So we're going to go in there and stir some shit up, and hopefully we're going to get some answers out of that at the next location from both pieces of history. Other tours are going to pass through us, just so you guys know. They normally come out of that ivy wall, or they'll come in the same way that we did. We'll see people coming by, so we're kind of thoughtful for that. Hey guys, I'm going to tell you why in here in just a minute, but we have obviously my voice recorder going and a camera running, so if it's going to be on there, it'll be on one of the electronic devices. However, on spirit boxes, we do get whistling sounds and then the word doctor almost immediately after it. So take that for what it is. I see that at least 3 nights a week. And again, I'm not searching because Bill seems like very interested in this alley because he's probably been in here before. I think you said you were in here before.
I don't remember.
I don't remember coming through here though.
Yeah.
Oh, that's odd because every ghost tour comes through here.
Maybe.
Except for me next year.
Yeah, I came.
Oh, was it you that said that you came through here? Damn, I'm getting you guys. Say again?
The piracy, the pirate, Drake?
No, it's about.
You thinking about Sir Francis Drake?
Yeah.
No. We're
That's
talking.
his ancestor.
That's one of my ancestors.
Oh, really?
That's my 8th great grandfather.
Yeah, that's
Really?
his ancestor too.
Huh. That is interesting.
Yeah, it goes back from my mother's side.
See, there was a
Anne, where are you?
Oh, right there. Back up to you.
Come on now.
What do you hear?
I'm probably really bad at this because they're saying all kinds of things I can't understand anything.
Okay. Well, if he was recording video and you missed things, then it would pick up on the audio of your video. Which is part of the reason why I gave it to you.
You better be doing your job. Uh-oh. Sorry.
It's been on ever since.
Come on, Ev. Come over here.
There you go.
There we go.
All
Lay
right.
down. Fall asleep.
So, this one is where I get to take a break from the bag. You okay over there?
Yeah, was there a murder here?
No. Government building in South Carolina. It was finished in 1713. We're here because that building was being constructed at the same time that Anne Bonny was coming here to start a new life. This is what I call a familiar. You guys watch the TV shows where you see that little boo buddy, the teddy bear with the K2 meter in it, the blinky lights? They use that to attract children ghosts because they recognize it as a toy, right? Even though it's a tool for us, it's a toy for them. It's the same principle. We don't have many buildings this old in Charleston, so the hope is that Anne Bonny's going to be here in the same 15 minutes or so that we're going to be here. Now, let's get into her history. The building took 10 years to build. Does that sound like our government? Small building, 10 years? Mistress is Anne's mother. Are you with me so far?
Yep.
There's a couple of
Oh my
twists here.
goodness.
Wait, it gets even worse. The three of them are running away from her father's angry wife. How pissed was she that she kicked them out of the country? And they came here, and it's 1708. There's no planes. It's by boat, guys. So kind of keep that in mind. They land in Georgetown. That's between us and Maryland. Can't tell you how many times we've had the term servant, knife, and belly show up on 3 different communication devices, and the other 2 people don't know what's going on. So kind of keep that fresh in your brain as well. Fast forward. The building's done in 13, but by 1715, pirates are starting to come through Charlestown. Anne is stoked. Why? She's going to fall in love with one of these gentlemen so she can earn her freedom, just like a man. It's a man's world at this point. So, first guy she falls in love with, and I said first because there is a handful. We're going to go through them all because that's what makes the story so damn interesting. First guy is James Bonny. You already see where this one's going, right? We've already talked about our pirate name. So, does anybody know why? It is bad luck. Thank you for keeping it family friendly.
You know what?
I get some really weird answers to
It's
that.
like bananas.
was
No
gonna
bananas
say-
on a boat.
That's
No bananas on the
It's
boat.
true. It's bad luck.
Is it really?
Oh yeah.
Oh, shit, I never heard that
No
one.
bananas on a
What's
boat.
bad luck?
Bananas on a
have a
boat are
woman-
bad
Yeah,
luck.
bananas on a boat. I heard that.
Yeah, yeah.
So the point I'm trying to make here is that Jack makes a deal with her. If you dress like a guy and look like the crew, you could be part of the crew. But you're going to be a female in my quarters. She's okay with this. Dad used to cross-dress her as a boy back home in Ireland to keep her hidden from his wife, like a boy apprentice at his lawyer's office. So she gets it. It's a man's world. But let's put 2 and 2 together. They're going to vote him off. So what Anne does to make him even more mad is she's going to go flirting with the pirate crew that he just captured. They're down below deck.
Oh my God.
We're on guy number 3. In case you can, I was like,
Guy number 3.
guy number 3 turns out to be a female, just like a guy, to be part of the pirate crew that Calico Jack captured. So now we have 2 females, dressed like males, on the same ship. Her name is Mary Reed. She went by Mark Reed to become a pirate. Her and Mary became friends, possibly lovers. We're not going to really know for sure, but the British find out where they are. They send a fleet of ships to take down one measly pirate ship. The rumor is that Anne and Mary were the only 2 pirates not drunk enough to come up and fight with 1-bullet flintlocks, because they don't know how to use cannon jets. They haven't been pirates for very long. 2 ladies with flintlocks are not going to take on a whole fleet of ships. They get arrested. As they're being arrested, she looks at her captain. So kudos to us. The things I left out of here are the names of Anne Bonny's parents. So I didn't tell you what those are, the father and the mistress. The weird thing is that the mother's name is actually the same last name of the party that didn't finish our route tonight. So I was kind of hoping they would have made it this far. But yes, you 2 stick close, so in case she misses something, it'll be on your audio.
And what color is your hair?
I keep looking at that blue bag because my wife, we have 3 dogs. And usually if my wife is carrying a blue
And
bag, it's
what's
full.
your
Oh, yeah.
So I'm like, I keep looking for the
Throw
poo.
it out.
Yeah.
Oh, we wouldn't have that bag if it had poop.
Yeah.
We'd have it
But
disposed.
my wife will put it hangling out of her back pocket and will walk around the yard with it with her got a bag of poop bouncing
What
off her damn
city
ass. I'm
were
like, what the
you
hell are you
from
doing?
in Ireland?
Just go throw it away.
Yeah.
I keep a separate can just for that.
Sure thing.
And tell me what city you were from in Ireland, damn it!
There you go. Kick her in the shins. The only way to get answers out of her sometimes. Something was so candy.
Was that Dublin?
It wasn't Dublin. It's a one-syllable answer.
Galloway.
Galloway?
I don't know.
Just kinda coming up with
I'm just coming up with words. I'm just making them up as I go. All right, I'm going over to a different corner.
Wander around a little bit. Let's see what we can get.
And what color was your hair? Red. And what's the name of Calico Jack's boat? And what is your parents' name? Damn it, and just say something. Anything? And? Anything? Before I go? And? Anything? I'm not feeling too terrific here. And what is the name of your parents? What time is it?
10:30. Oh, there's that.
And what's the name of Calico Jack's boat? Okay. Did you hear that? And what was the name of Calico Jack's ship? And what was the name of Calico Jack's ship?
It's a dark entity that
Nope.
What is it?
I'm not going into that, so I'm waiting to see like what you're gonna pick up.
I'm terrible at this.
Nothing?
No, well, there's a bunch of stuff that they were saying, but I have no idea what it was.
Okay. Did you pick up on anything, Bill?
I didn't. Actually, it was just
We're just like
It was just
static,
so-
static, and then words,
so
static,
sporadic.
words.
So none of the words you can make out.
No.
no. You couldn't make any of it.
Can't make
out.
anything.
So one of the first nights I ever used that spirit box on this tour was this used to be the last stop. We actually have one more to go, but I went to go pack everything up. It was a light night. Like we didn't actually capture much at all. It was pretty disappointing. But can't control the ghost. But I take that device from that person, and pirate, plain as day. We all heard it.
Pirate.
It just said pirate, no static, no anything. That doesn't record. Luckily enough, the person with the thermal imaging camera was right next to him, and it was still recording. So we had that piece of audio, and I'm a guy that has studied words and English and phonetics and lexicon and all of that stuff for 8 years of college. I know that it wasn't part of a sentence like the Pittsburgh Pirates won the game.
Right.
You don't say that the same way you would say pirate. Like it was a one-word answer. It was just
That's
the
cool.
strangest thing, and it was like, and it's usually when I get these devices, and I don't know if it's because my focus is on like how does this work and so forth and so on, but I usually get something like right away from it within like the first week when I get a new device. So it's not that I don't focus on all of the other things that I've been using for 4 years or more. It's a matter of like when I get a new device like yours, because I've had that probably going on 2 years now. Anything I missed coming out of there, Corey?
Just right up on, right against the building.
It's probably coming from the
And
building.
just real low, yeah.
What was that?
I don't know. Couldn't hear it. It's very faint. And you want to give us any answers? You know what questions we're going to ask.
What color's your hair? Yep.
Yep.
Heard that.
Take yes, no answers. And you got to tell us something specific about you. You know how this works. What
You
was
heard
it?
what?
You okay?
Yeah. Art center or something.
Art center?
Yeah, something with art.
Go ahead and unmute that again for us.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can get out of it. Let's see if we got anything going on here at all.
Do you normally get stuff in this parking lot? You know anything?
So this one, like I said, it's like a 50-50 shot. Anna said to be seen all over. So it's a shot in the dark. She's going to be here at the same 15 to 20 minutes that we are. But again, I usually wrap this one pretty quick if we don't get a whole lot. Like Selena hasn't heard anything. Like she would be the one to give us probably the most, and then you would give us like one word or two that would be relevant. But Selena hasn't given me anything either. She's been more drawn to this spot with the brush in it. And then the last space, I'm going to give you a different job.
I feel like there's somebody buried or something horrible happening. That's what I keep picking up. Yeah, like I said, I keep picking up.
So, two things that before I reveal the very simple, quick answers about Ann Bonnie. Most psychics that will come through, and I try not to give them a spirit box, just like I explained to Selena already. She said she was a little sensitive, trying to pick up on things and learning. But I won't give them a spirit box because that's two different types of communication. So normally, like they'll get headaches or they'll pass out on me or things like that.
Oh
so
yeah, that's what it was. I was
So
starting
normally
to
they don't make it past the Pinckney Mansion site. So you've obviously made it past that, but Jamie, however, did not. So I'm going to blame that on the weather because I don't know anything further. But I will tell you, about a year and a half ago, I took my group to the back like I normally do. Busy season, September, and because it's fall, everybody wants to do something spooky. So the kid next to me, he's about 22 years old, 21 maybe, and he starts to faint and pass out on us. Like he's going down, like he's dropping, like a wet noodle. It's kind of like Abby is right now, like she's ready to fall asleep. But anyway, I picked this kid up by his armpit so he doesn't hit his head on the ground. It's quick. It's going down. So his boyfriend picked him up from the other side of him, and we brought him over to this wall, got him some water, he's feeling better, and I then told him the story of Ann Bonnie. So they were perfectly fine with moving forward because this was our last stop. So I spread everybody out to go have some fun. I told like 3 stories here so they can go across the street and all kinds of mess. These two gentlemen pulled me aside and told me, Nick, we got to tell you, we are 2 transgender males. They 2 females, just like males. Just like Ann and Mary in the story, on the tour.
Oh, wow.
It makes sense, but it's still unexplainable. So I didn't have any paranormal evidence other than the physical happening of what was going on with the folks in my group. So just kind of keep that in mind. That's why I give that heated warning at the top of our night. So those headaches and nausea and dizziness, like Jamie, I don't know what's going on, but his face was like completely red. I don't know if you guys got a good look at him, but I mean, he was completely red, had chest pains, the whole 9. Females in this particular location, I've had some females, they can't even enter the space because their heart is palpitating so fast, they can't enter the space. It's just too much for them.
Well, that's what was going on, and then when something hit me, and it's like my third eye just lit up, and it was like I felt like I was going to drop, but then I just kind of, I know how to balance that out.
So psychics in this location, they all have seen the same thing.
Yeah.
And it's at these bushes, and it's a soldier wearing blue pants and a white shirt. That's what I was waiting for, all of those specific things that were coming out of her.
Blue pants and a white shirt.
Now, here's the interesting thing. You're in the South, dear. Like, if that was a Civil War, that's the wrong side.
Wrong color.
Right. Should have been gray pants.
Yeah.
Right? Because that's less indigo
Yankee.
inside the wool pants. Because that's what that was dyed with. So, but they've all seen the same thing. Blue pants, white shirt. And that's why I was kind of like waiting for Selena to tell me something about the color blue.
Blue pants and
So,
a white shirt.
just kind of waiting for that. She was drawn to this, but she didn't give me those specific details. So again, just one of those pieces. Let's kind of cover the answers with Ann Bonnie, and then we'll talk about the next space because it's a little different than what we've been doing here. So I'm going to take your spirit box because it hasn't been very fruitful for us at all. You're going to do something completely different.
No way.
Yep, you're going to have a lot of fun with this. Bill, you'll probably have to take Abby because she won't.
My brother had her dog, and the first 3 nights after she passed, night number 1, thing happens night number 3.
We went to 15 over
Damn
there.
it, Tracy's in Virginia. Go on her there. And it's stuck.
Never came back.
Never came back. What
We
did you hear
stopped
over
because
there?
I hit 11.9 and then 15.9.
On the sidewalks?
Yeah, right about where that support comes down. To the fence.
That's definitely higher than what that man post would do.
Yeah, it was
We're
just
on a-
all of a sudden. It was
If
just
you were on a
boom.
crosswalk, I'd be like, that's the crossing, because that does give
Yeah.
up a lot more, because that'll go all the way up to like 50 or 60. But at an 11 and a 15, like, I'll
Yeah,
definitely
it
take
just
those
popped
readings.
all of a sudden. That's why I stopped. She said she felt it was cool, or she felt something was there.
What's weird is this is not a cool place. This place normally goes up in temperature.
Like I said, I go by this feeling. When I feel it here, I know I'm pretty active.
Let's go. Come on.
You're going to remember to tell us everything that you're hearing in real time. I'm going to be asking questions. You're obviously not going to know any of those questions because you're going to have noise canceling headphones over top of both earbuds. So I don't want you to be able to hear me at all. I also want you to answer whatever you hear, including yes/no answers. I might ask her a ghost if I'm wearing a gray t-shirt. I'm expecting a yes. I'm only going to keep you under for 10 minutes. When we're done, Kevin's going to tap you on the leg. That means we're done. You take off your own gear. I will never touch you. So just so you have that in the thought. Secondly, he's going to be helping you put on those noise canceling headphones. Again, not going to be me. If you're speaking too loud, which I don't think that's going to happen with you, you're a very soft-spoken person, he will tap you on the shoulder. So
He hasn't heard me with headphones on heavy.
now, if you're too loud, just expect a tap on the shoulder. That just means quiet down a little bit. If we can't hear you, he may lift up your earmuff and just say the word louder. So that'll be what you expect out of that. So remember, everything that you hear, no matter what it is, how silly you think it might be, you have no idea what I'm about to ask. So that's the interesting thing.
I'm kind of nervous about this because I've never been on the spot for a test like this.
This isn't a test.
Okay.
And again, if our ghost is here, he will basically channel through you and give us all the information we're going to need.
Well, the channels that I get are different from.
That's why I'm interested to see how this goes. I'm also going to be keeping an eye on both of your breathing. In the event that this goes awry, I'm going to obviously have your husband's tap you out. So I've had to pull people out of this in the past, so it can get a little weird. Your device is going to have, again, my cell phone in there. You're going to keep your descriptions very short. If you see 5 people standing around a bench with a tree in the background, 5 people, bench, tree. I want it very simple because I'm trying to focus on what she's telling me. And we're all going to look at those images before we leave, and they will go into your data page tomorrow morning.
Okay.
I'm already picking up on a man.
Just to kind of give you an instance of the images that may come up. So have you ever seen AI being generated?
Let me see.
So, I mean, it's just, it looks completely random. Don't know, sometimes you can't make out what these things are. So again, you're just going to describe what these images are in a very simple format. So I'm going to clear out all of those other images so you start off nice and fresh. Pop that,
Non-great smoke focus.
got it. Pop that thing over here. There you go. You got it.
Oh, wow. Lots of gray smoke.
Yep.
You look like you're in virtual reality.
I'll take a reference for that.
I was shoved in my pocket.
I'm having issues here.
Uh-oh. I think I just turned it off, Nick. Oh, never
Yep,
mind.
you're hitting my phone.
I'm sorry. Can you fix it?
Yes. Pop it off your head.
Okay, got it.
I was trying to...
Can you see it? Can you see me?
Yeah, you were into my
I can
trying
hear
to
you.
turn my lights on at home.
Because I'm behind you.
Sorry.
You can see me.
It's into my Google, whatever.
Remember, you gotta focus.
Okay. You got focused.
It doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Well, she's
I'm
only
dead
got,
10 minutes.
Oh,
she only hears out of one.
okay. So noise canceling will go on top of that thing.
Okay, ready? I can get it open. Had it a minute ago.
Yeah, that's why I usually have a secondary person do them. So, did you see anything yet, Tracy?
No,
Okay,
just gray smoke.
gray smoke. Got it. Okay, and we begin. It is 10:59.
Too much on the ear.
Ooh, I see red.
Okay, red what?
Looks like just, oh my God, looks like a person. A red person in a field of white.
Interesting. That'll be enough to kind of go off of.
And then there's a cross. I see a red cross.
Like a medical cross?
It looks like a cross you would see in a graveyard. It's the cross is up high.
Henry, can you tell us what the image is?
Wow.
Henry, if you're here, you need to tell us what the image is that Tracy is seeing right now.
It's disappeared.
Yeah, you're going to get new images. Hopefully you'll get up to 4 or 5. Like, she's got to talk. This is supposed to be like a conversation.
You gotta tell us what you're hearing, babe.
Huh?
You gotta tell us everything you're hearing.
Oh.
Henry, what sound are we getting out of the church? What sound did we get out of the church?
I hear silence in some places.
Some places. Henry, what sound did we just hear out of the church? What sound is that right now?
Bells.
Thank you, Henry. Can you tell me where it's coming from? What church? What's the name of the church? What's the name of the church of where the bells are coming from, Henry?
I just see gray smoke.
Okay. Hopefully you get more images. Henry, can you tell us the name of the church across the street where the sound was coming from?
Okay.
Something
I see
about
something.
Mitch.
I see a blue figure. It looks like a person. It looks like you've taken a piece of paper, pushed it together. You know what I'm talking about?
Like an accordion paper?
Yeah.
Okay.
So like a smudge spot. When you push it together, there's a line in between.
Okay.
There's a blue square box over in the corner. This looks like a person moving his hands. But there's some sort of metal thing over here. Looks like a railing or something.
Okay.
And then in the background is like a yellow door.
Henry, I'm not understanding this vision that you're giving to us, but you did kind of channel through the name Mitch. Can you be a little bit more specific? What's the name of the church across the street was the question. We're not looking for parlor tricks, we're looking for proof that you're here. Come with respect. Or if there's somebody of your family you would like to speak about, please tell us their name so we can begin the conversation that way.
I just see gray smoke.
I told you you'd have an easier time
This
with that
one's
one.
on me a minute.
Something about USA. I can't hear you.
She's got an earbud in.
Honey, tell your guys.
Huh?
Tell your guys if it's safe to let them through.
Okay.
Okay? Can you put that back?
Out.
Yeah, I didn't. I was talking about the earbud.
Oh.
Yeah, now you don't have sound. noticed the hand formations, the breathing that she's using, so these are things I recognize.
1,000.
Henry, push through. Tell us what church those sound that the bells came through. What was the name of the church? Would you like to tell us your occupation, Henry? That's a question I usually ask to kind of verify you're here.
Just gray smoke.
There's instances, Tracy, that I only get one image or no images
Oh, I got 2.
so far. The highest I've seen in a 10-minute time frame is 7. Kind of gives you an idea of what to expect. Henry Timrod, I need you to push through and give us your occupation, please.
Some reason I'm getting to point that way.
Well, that's where we were, Henry, so that's where your bust is. You need to tell me what your occupation is. It's been about 6 minutes already, just so you guys have an idea. It goes fast. Henry, I need you to really push through. This is Selena. She can hear you.
Okay, wait a minute. Oh, shit.
What do you got?
I've got
Something
a
about
guy
being-
laying down in front of me with blue pants and a red blanket laying over his upper torso. Ooh. And he's got, like, Civil War boots on. Like, boots on. Boots on.
So definitely Civil War era?
I don't know. I mean, he's got, well, the blue pants have a black stripe on the side.
Okay.
And then there's a red drape over his upper torso. You can't see his head.
Interesting. And I missed what she said. Did you catch it? She did say
No,
something.
I didn't catch what she said.
Okay.
I heard all the same.
Are you telling us about what you saw on the battlefield? Henry? We consider using visuals a form of art in this century, so it's safe to continue giving us visuals like this. I know you were a poet.
And I hear church music.
Go back to the church, or are you talking about some of the funerals you had to attend?
Gray smoke.
Very smooth.
Gray smoke.
Henry, can you give us the name of one of your immediate family members? That would be your wife or your child.
Something in the summer.
Henry, you've given me the term summer probably 5 times in the past week. What about the summer do you want me to know? Do you want to talk about your son? That's a yes-no question.
Something about the. I didn't hear that one quite well. Driving home from work.
You need to tell me what your occupation was if you want to go that route. And you're not giving us much. You gave us one term that was relevant so far. And we're running out of time. We got about a minute left. So last chance. Feel free to answer any of the questions that I've given you. The name of the church across the street, the name of your wife, the name of your son, your occupation. Any of those questions being answered will verify that you were here and you want me to continue to try to communicate with you night after night. I know you can be annoyed with me coming here every night. Tracy, no other images?
Nope.
Something about a saint something. Like I'm seeing an ST thought, and the other name is like really foggy.
Free smoke.
San Francis.
Henry, one last chance.
Something about investigation. Like they know we're here.
Henry, last chance. A visual or a term or phrase to verify that you're here. Need a little bit more for verification. Really looking for one last image. Tracy to get.
Gray smoke.
Gray smoke.
Gray
That's her
smoke.
favorite phrase. You're going to hear that
Gray
forever now.
Gray smoke. That's it.
Henry, is it loud here right now? Yeah, I'm going to call it. Go ahead and touch
Something
it.
about
Let her finish.
Just gray smoke.
Yeah, Tracy.
Gray smoke.
Gray
The
smoke.
last image, though, was very, very defined.
Let's take a look at them, because I'm going to show them to everybody.